Overflowing with these chords, got no limitations. Try to match my battle spirit, I'm just hitting combinations.
Hey, we back. It's nice to see y'all smiling faces. How y'all feeling today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's been one of those days. So I feel it.
Week.
It has been a week, dog.
What a week. What a week. Holy yeah. How's your day been, Jamal? You seem pretty chipper like the rest of us. So
it's pretty good. I mean, you know, sun is shining. I went to go get some barbecue. I'm trying to simulate being off and away.
First off, two things. You said sun is shining. It's raining over here, and you're off. Well, I'm upset.
I'm off for the moment. I'm not off completely. I'm here for now.
Okay.
But, you know, it's been a week. So, speaking of weeks, right.
And a week and a day, it's going to be Father's Day. Happy early Father's Day to Maul and Dwight in here. Woo, woo. You guys are daddies.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sticking around. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I tried the urge to go get some lottery ticket and milk be there every time. And I look at him and be like, I'm gonna go get some tickets, the milk and lottery tickets. And only my oldest understands that joke. And she always looks up like, hey. I'll be like, hey man, what do you want me to say?
Poor baby. That's so bad.
She has it the worst. Like at one point she was going to school and like I have to show up like as clean as I can. Like I gotta show up in my chain, like the freshest Jordans. Like I gotta show up clean because like the kids didn't believe she had a dad and they'd be like, oh, did your dad leave you to go get lottery tickets? Is he ever coming back with the milk?
Oh my God.
Kids now.
I have a dad. But it's really just because I was always late to pick her up because of my job. So
okay. Excuse.
Kids are evil.
Kids are really
they are the worst. Trying to do my best not to put two more assholes into the world out here, and that starts there. It starts at home.
It does. But kids are unhinged. They are not the nicest. But that starts with not the nicest of dads. So that's why we pride ourselves here on Traphouse being good dads. And thank you, my brother, for being a good dad. But today we're not here to talk about good dads. We are here to talk about bad dads. We are here to talk about the not the Mikeys.
As far as I know, and I'm still getting milk as far as you know.
Like Ash's dad. I'm sorry. I had to throw that one out there. The man won 2 championships. He's a world champion. Come home. Why are you still hiding that baby?
The one episode he came home. He wasn't even in the episode.
No.
Yeah, he just gave him a hat. Told him good luck, nigga.
The hat he already had, mind you. He has that hat.
Meaning that his dad challenged the Pokemon League twice, because that's the Pokemon League champion hat.
Damn.
Anything is better than being at home with my kids.
I thought that Ash ordered that hat offline.
Nope. And the first one he did, and the second one, it was a gift from his dad. It was a retcon to be a gift.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't pay much attention to the retcon. I heard about the retcon, but I didn't actually.
That's because you had to watch Pikachu. That's how they started it over. Yep. That's what the retcon was, to make him 10 years old forever. So that way he still appeals to your children and mine. The same way he appealed to us without his dad being in his life. And that's why we're here. We're here to talk about bad dads. because the Shao Tuckers, which I would argue, and here's my definitive point: what if he isn't a bad dad?
What if you're a liar? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll give it to you.
Hear me out.
No. What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? What if you start down this path and you realize that you're not correct?
Let's hear him out.
Let him cook.
I'm not saying let him cook. Just let him walk into the kitchen and start talking.
I want to see the whole kitchen go on fire. Let him cook.
Look, stop me when I stop making sense. All right.
I will, especially in the universe. I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
All right.
Let cook.
All I'm saying is.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't. There's too many implications. Okay.
I want to hear it.
Nah.
And I can give you. I don't want to say this because this messes me up, especially since we just had a right. But if he turned his daughter into that, what do you think he did to his wife?
That was the first one.
Her around. Man's got urges. Just saying. Y'all want to imagine that.
Considering how he got his license in the first place was killing his wife.
He didn't kill her. He just transmuted her with an animal that he kept around.
Died a certain amount of time later as a result of the terrible transmutation that was done. Her being transmuted like that directly led to her death. Shao Tucker killed that woman. Just like I'm not even gonna charge Scar with Mina's murder. That's definitely still Shao Tucker's murder right there, in my opinion.
She didn't.
Is it though? Because she was still alive.
They didn't.
Now, I would argue that he knew in both versions that Dr. Marco didn't die. I would go out on a limb and say he knew about the Philosopher's Stone in at least the first version, if not the second one, and found out that he could reverse it. I would go out on a limb and say that he is not a bad parent. He just thought to himself, there are two young prodigies standing in my kitchen. And if I could just get the time, I bet they could find it and I could use it to prove that it's possible. It's a slip of a moment.
I'm gonna let these two soak in it real quick before I destroy it. But let them.
I wouldn't say that he's a bad dad, but I would say he made a bad decision. Now, I'm not saying what he did was right in any sense of the matter, right? Terrible. But it was a bad decision. Does not mean that he was harming his daughter all the other times. Doesn't mean that he did anything wrong to her. And the idea that like it was so heartbreaking was because he was such a great dad to her. That's what really broke it down, because she was such a sweet girl and he was such a good dad.
I want to save you from this. I want to stop you, because the more you try to defend him, the worse you're gonna look in the eyes of millions. And I'm trying to save you, my brother. I'm trying to save you.
No, you heard the canary noise earlier, right?
First and foremost, you can be half right about the Philosopher's Stone in time, but the Philosopher's Stone, sorry, I'm messing up. At this point in time in the anime, was still kind of like I would never, ever, ever get this kind of thing. But if it was possible, that'd be cool. He was concerned about the money and keeping his license. That was all he was caring about. So the money and the fame. He did not care about his daughter. And it wasn't just a mistake. He did it twice. It just so happened to be on his daughter the second time. He bad to the bone. Get it? Because of the dog. Bad to the bone. Get it? Get it?
Wow.
Get it? Nina got it. She fetched it for me.
And you thought I was gonna look bad.
My name.
You were bad trying to defend him.
My name is right here.
I was like, he's at least on brand.
This must be setting examples out here, Maul. All right.
I will
You don't
say.
have any pets, right?
Nope.
Okay. Just had check.
I would say that he's not the worst of dads. He's just a terrible dad because he took care of his family. He just needed the funds and everything else. So,
I think we can just all collectively agree he's a bad dad.
absolutely.
Nod your damn head. Nod your damn head.
Well,
I mean,
if I had the choice,
Mm-hmm.
all I'm saying
Mm.
is that he made a terrible decision. Much
Mm.
like a lot of the dads on our list. They make
Mm.
terrible decisions, and that's why they are on our list today. So we are going to go between the four of us, decide who is the worst dad. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to do a speed round and see how many of these dads we can shoot out before we just divulge into a straight up argument and leave it into a part two. So this is part one. Part two will be next week. So if you are interested in who wins the tournament and who sits on, I don't want to call it the throne
The
because,
dog.
like, yeah, there should be a jail cell for the worst dad, like not a throne as a tournament winner. And by all means, anyone who loses this tournament does not make them a great dad. Does not mean that they won't see their day in court. It just means on Father's Day, you won't be the nigga getting seen. Much like your child who is not getting seen on Father's Day.
Oh, poor little Tintin.
You know, poor little Ting Ting will be all right. So, where do we start with this list? I say we start on the 7 Seas. We start with an adventure. And how do we meet Sanji? We're told we all came from the East Blue. And then one day he's like, nah, I came from the West Blue. And we all just kind of ignored that, right? They were talking about Nolan the liar, not why Sanji's not from the East Blue like the rest of us. And then one day we discover, oh shit, Sanji's wanted poster says only alive. That's weird. Like, you've been rolling with us for a while. And no one noticed that you didn't have a last name. Nor did they notice that your poster said wanted, only alive. And that's because your dad, and every time you use the code word Mr. Prince, is because you are an actual prince of the German kingdom. Of your dad, Vin Smoke, son, Judge. But upon your dad's orders, you were told, don't tell nobody about who you are. This nigga lied. This nigga cheated. This nigga manipulated his children to be child soldiers before they were born. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. Damn, how many? It's 5 kids. Yeah, 5. So he did it 5 times to all of his children. But when Sanji's didn't take because of the love of his mother, he called him a failure, made him wear a helmet, told him, do not show your face in public ever again. When his brother showed up to beat on him, he let it because he wasn't the perfect child soldier that he needed for war. But when he decided for himself that he was going to settle off, his sister broke him out of the prison that, mind you, his father put him into. He runs out. He's like, yo, I'm going to let you go free, but you can't tell nobody who you are and where you came from. And that was the best thing that he could have done for him. Until one day, Big Mom shows up and she's like, I'd like an alliance with you. But in order to get that alliance, you have to break up one of the most legendary pirate crews of a rookie in the making, hands down, there is. You got to break up the Straw Hats and take off their cup because that's your son. And I need him to marry my daughter. But he didn't know that he was setting him for a setup, and upon which this nigga was going to die. of which when they finally see each other after so many years away, over a decade away from his child, what's the first thing you think he'd do? Hug him, love him, tell him, yo, I miss you. You've been such a wonderful child. You've done so many exploits. I want to hear about all your pirate adventures. Nah, they ran hands. Now imagine having to run hands with your son right before his wedding day. And you whoop his ass.
That bad.
Kids
I mean,
don't talk so much.
I'd kill for worse, but you know.
it was that bad. Like, you whooping his ass before a fight, before a wedding that he didn't ask for. He didn't ask to be married. He didn't ask to have to go to this wedding.
Oh,
Yeah.
a good dad.
Here it is. And he's just like, boom. You have to get married. You have to catch these hands. And I don't care. You're done on your pirate adventure. Even though I told you, don't tell anybody that you're a Vince Smoke. But now I need you to be in this arranged marriage. And that's Vince Smoke Judge. Terrible father.
I mean, he did basically treat his son like the booby prize in that particular arrangement. Didn't want to give up.
You are the child soldier I need you to be.
I mean, that just seems like a unfortunate series of events.
Yeah, you know, Sanji was just unskilled, you know. Do better, kid.
Wow, because he was an unskilled child.
Which is practically what he did say to him, since he was not like his brothers and sister.
Yeah, just because he wasn't a genetic freak and wasn't meant to not actually have emotions and feel anything.
And I mean, technically, it's his fault for letting the mom raise him. I mean, Sanji was the what child? There was other ones before him that were fine. So, like, if he really should have been angry at someone, okay. So the person he should have been angry at was the mom and beat her. But that's just okay.
Well, his mom died.
Well, then okay. So,
you know, his sister was the one that cared about him, and that's pretty much all that matters. But it shouldn't have been that. His father should have been more of a father to him. But to be honest,
I mean, he's not really a father to any of them.
I mean, yeah, I would say, but if you think about it, most people in One Piece, they're as a father figure, they're either leaving their kids somewhere else and just going to have fun, like Usopp's dad. The only person who's really like an actual father figure to people is Whitebeard, or was. Sorry.
Nah, Whitebeard on fraud alert because he had a kid out there and he knew it.
He did.
Okay, but did that make him a
Shanks
bad
left his
dad?
kid somewhere. That's not fair.
Yes, that's his actual child. That's his clone.
Nah, Whitebeard's one of them that treats the step. Whitebeard's one of them dads who treats the step kids better than his own kids. So yes, he's definitely on the list of bad dads.
Like, of what we know about the Whitebeard pirates, he ruled with the Rock Pirates. He knows Buckingham Stussy because when they had the flashback, spoiler alert for the anime, she was right next to the nigga. And this nigga knew whole time, yo, Vegapunk can actually clone people. That might actually be my kid.
Okay, but that's a clone.
That might actually be the clone of me, so that's my kid.
That's just another version of me, but a clone that's younger. So it's not really my child.
Nah. If I can't have children and I'm banging this shorty, and then you wind up getting a clone of me, that's a child. If you're raising in a version of me.
Okay, hold up. I know I did sex ed, but let me think about this. So he can't have kids.
Wayne. Test tube baby.
Yeah.
He's talking theoretically. We don't know if that's the case or not.
I mean, so he didn't It was never
That's
specified.
what it is. It's just like a test tube baby. Like anybody could just steal my DNA, then try to hook me up with the child
Nah,
support.
she mad now. She need
Okay,
answers.
so then that's not his fault. Like he didn't want the child in the first place.
Technically.
I mean,
This is
Yeah, I'm the one person that has not seen all of One Piece. So like,
nah. But you're making valid points. That's what I'm saying here. Thinking about that.
like
It's-
it's not his kid. Like it's his clone. This isn't like it's. I'm gonna get so fucked over if this is big. I just mean like.
We're not here to discuss. We're not here to discuss.
Is it just him or is it her too mixed in?
But that's what we're saying. With that, he's theorizing right now. He is. I don't know what's happening up there. We don't have any of this information right now.
Okay. So we'll come back to that.
But which is why I was about to say this is the vagaries of actual fatherhood that are more spiritual, not necessarily his biological child. Is what I'm thinking that we're at this point. Which, if we're playing by those rules, then what I said stands. He definitely treats his stepkids better than his own. But if we're talking like science, I mean, it's a clone. I wouldn't necessarily say that, the clones we're all Jango Fett's kids. It's a lot of kids.
no, but he raised Boba like he was.
That's the spiritual part of it I'm talking about.
So, I'm on the block. Anybody else have a? Who else's dad is cloning themselves?
If we don't talk about you, oh my gosh, names, words, failing. If we don't talk about Yujiro Hanma and all his child abusive ways, then we have to stop here, because if it's not this man or Shao Tucker, then who is it? I mean, Yujiro Hanma, yes, the father of Baki,
the strongest creature on the planet, Yujiro Hanma.
Yes, beat the ever loving dog shit out of his kids, both of them. Now, I don't even want to start on what happened with their mama, because it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing. Baki's mother he murdered Baki's mom, and Baki just supposed to run around and just take that L and expect to actually meet his father after the first time he fought him. By the way, he just that is a top 10 anime accident I've ever heard it in my entire life.
Is
fight.
there any proof of this ass whooping?
Yes.
He don't look like a bad dad.
He don't look like a bad dad. I'm pretty sure he's going in for a hug, right?
Yes,
Pretty sure he's going in for a hug or something, right?
It's the second fight, but that's my point. By the time that's the second fight. By the time we even got to that point, we're talking. He stalked his son. He beat the hell out of him multiple times. When I say I'm sorry. The stalking part of it was just wild as hell. He showed up. He broke and entered into this man's house one day while he had his girl there, and then started cheering him on in the creepiest way possible. So not only is he
now.
That was support. That was support.
Wait a minute. I will let you.
My house is
I wish I had a cheering crew to cheer me on like that.
He came in. I was like, "Yeah, son, go get that. Yeah,
give it to her. Give it to her.
Yeah, put it, dude. Yeah. Don't let her run. Yeah. What?
Put her down.
What you want, but not no. He literally was. He didn't even really break in. He was just there, like, oh snap! I just came to get the milk because I got it and I'm about to give it to you. But okay, cool. Yeah. Hey.
No.
He's a grown man. That is a child. He didn't break in. He went to go visit his son.
There we go.
Went to go visit his son and intimidate him.
He went to go support him in a very difficult time.
That is the worst type of support. I no. This is not. Yujiro is not a supportive father. The most support that Yujiro has ever shown his son is the time that he cooked for him and made invisible food. It's the most support he's shown. Everything else is intimidation and malice.
Him being a loving father.
So he cooked for him, is what he's saying.
No!
He sat down and had a meal with him.
You can't sit down in front of someone and theoretically cook for them. That's not how this works.
Oh my God, you're
I don't
You
know.
can drink.
Sound like you've never had imagination soup.
Brother, it's
Imagine
called it's diet struggle soup, actually.
Exactly.
Man, it be hitting sometimes. Man, sometimes it be
Not diet.
You sound like you ain't never had sleep for dinner.
I've had sleep for dinner plenty. Actually,
Got a
thank
little
you very
drowsy
much.
on the side.
Nah, this be me.
What I adamantly
And not
oppose
you.
every time that the term the opposer is available. Not what did that say? I said you're poor. That's crazy.
Because that's how I feel. And it doesn't affect you in the same manner.
Oh no, it's everyone, man. It's everyone.
Nah, not Two Job Dwight. Two Job Dwight got it.
It's one thing when you struggling and you gotta have the imagination soup. It's a different thing when you not struggling and you coming from a position of you constantly getting your ass beat. When he was eating that imaginary dinner, he was eating it with lumps. He had already taken a piece to the face.
That's mental health, you know. Sometimes you just
Technically, they were exercising. They were just exercising together. That's all it was. They were bonding.
Exercising. That's what we're calling. That's what we're calling the amount of abuse that Baki puts his child through. I don't that's just Baki. Yujiro puts Baki through. That's just Baki that we're talking about here. I don't even want to start with Jack.
They were bonding.
Jack's whole mom situation was Jack. Yujiro left Jack to his mom as a single mother. Period. Now
And he said, "You got this." That was a strong woman.
My man
was out there fighting bears.
My man got her together in the desert, left to go get milk, and didn't come back. Period. It's just all bad. Yujiro's a terrible human being. Terrible.
Wasn't she like part of the army and a spy? I think
she was.
I think she was. Okay.
So she had.
She could provide, but that's beside the point. Jack Hanma is probably as crazy as he is because of the fact that he didn't have his father in his life.
You know what?
But
Shows for a lot of people here.
I agree with you, and I'll agree with you because since Yujiro wasn't there to guide Jack through, he ended up getting into underground fights. He ended up biting people's ears and faces off. He started doing drugs, steroids. He just went crazy. To be fair,
who the fuck? Yo! So sorry. All I saw was head. Yeah. See, that's creepy as shit.
Go on.
What does everybody want? What does everybody need?
Imagine if I just ignored it, it would have been a ghost.
Oh, man.
I'm a ghost.
I'll pretend I'm not even there.
I'm a ghost.
No.
Yujiro wasn't there to proceed to help people with his children with them growing up. I agree with you there. But he did.
Y'all want to pass Y'all want to pass Baki versus Yujiro round 2 off as exercising. That Jack definitely could have used some of that quote unquote structure at the very least. Instead, he just had to.
He gave him some advice and told him, "Don't fuck around because you're gonna get beat up with your fake ass muscles." When he was
Jack was roid raging.
Yeah, and he told him, stop.
"What did you want from him?"
He told him to stop. He said, "Look, you're not gonna be a real fighter if you just huffing up on those drugs. You need to stop now, son. He did tell him.
And he stopped him. And he laid Baki down the right path. He told Baki how to get to the next level, to have sex with a woman. He taught him what he needed to. He told him how to keep training and to keep pushing until he was the best. Yujiro wished the best for his child. When you look like this, why wouldn't you wish that your child looked like that? Why wouldn't you wish the best for your child? All that man knew was strength. But you're trying to implement parenting styles onto a man who does not understand manners and civics because he's so strong. He can walk up to the president and threaten the president without lifting a finger. Why would that man be the one lifting and changing diapers? Do you expect this man to be changing diapers?
Yeah.
Responsible father, yes.
But you expect him. I'm not asking for a responsible father. I'm asking you, knowing what you know about Yujiro, did you expect him to stick around and change diapers?
No, and honestly, part of that, I'm not even gonna say it's for the best because it's not. He still should have been in the picture more often. He shouldn't have been in a position where he
threaten the little league coach. Like,
you know what?
You got to remember when Yujiro walks up, the energy changes. Like literally shifts.
He couldn't have my graduation.
He couldn't be around anytime. He couldn't have done anything. What did you want him to do?
Imagine my birthday parties for like a 5-year-old. Oh, scary.
And not only that, he has an aura that makes people fight. To prove themselves to him. So what would you have wanted Yujiro to do?
So is he a bad father? Because I feel like we're between like glazing him and then like righting his wrongs and attacking him at the same time.
I think he's a bad dad. All of those things that you just mentioned, it's definitely if Yujiro hangs around, Baki doesn't have to go through the scenarios that he has to go through, like going to jail, for example, to kind of figure out his way in life.
No, but he would still be trying to fight to prove that he's the strongest. I can't see a world where he doesn't prove that you're that strong when your dad is who he is.
Wait a minute. Wait. No, wait, you're right. He didn't go to jail because he was looking for his way. He went to jail because his dad told him to. He said, hey, I'll go fight this bro that I fought. Go to jail.
Yeah. He got to jail because he wouldn't fight him otherwise freely. That wasn't him going to jail. He purposely went to jail. And then he walked out of jail. Like, imagine being that strong that you can tell the jail, I'm walking out of here.
Y'all ever see the story of Ricky before? Reminds me, the whole arc reminded me of that. But no, my point here is that yes, I understand why he went. My point is, if it were a situation where Baki were around, I mean not Baki, but Yujiro were around Baki more often, he would have gotten that information before old boy went to jail.
What he do?
Possibly. But beside the point, I still said what I said. That man's Yujiro did a better job as far as actually telling his sons how to handle themselves, as far as like not being just total jerks about the whole situation. Yeah, see this right here.
Look at the definition on Baki. What do you like? Wouldn't you want that for your child?
This is not how you teach your kids.
I mean, that's how I treat. That's not how I treat my children. I can't say that on.
Not. I've read and seen Baki. I really hope you would.
I can't even cap. Like, nah. I treat my children like that.
The dog.
Exactly. Don't hear each other right now. No. Y'all know Yujiro's wrong. Y'all know he is. Don't try to sugarcoat this. That man is a villain. You do not. I don't care what the circumstances is. hell, Goku should be on that same type of energy with his kids, and they came out way better individuals than Baki and Jack do. Because Goku was at least kind of in the picture. Maybe not for all of Goten's life, but he makes up for it.
Yeah, his excuses.
But Yujiro showed up on Jack like this.
We all failed him.
Nope, because he changed weed to not being.
He changed weed. We still failed him.
We? That's a strong word to say. You French now? Miss Tioni has come back from France.
So none of you are drinking alcohol?
I mean,
no.
Not currently.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, all right. July 12th to the 14th. We'll see about that. Exactly. Okay. Moving on.
Did you say that you're going to have the drinks in your room?
I did not say that.
Whiskey in your room?
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
That's unfortunate.
It is. I don't like dark liquor.
I mean,
nope. Get it away from me. I will throw up in your face. I will purposely hold your face and throw up in it to show how much I might dislike.
Joke's on you. Oh, I was gonna say, never mind.
No, you're already peaked up at that moment, so I know you're into it. So who's next?
I'm not.
Mikey? I mean,
I didn't even get to threaten you.
You want me to go next?
Yeah,
Mikey.
Sure. Give me just one more second here. Just add this real quick. All right. How much of y'all like the hero who goes through a lot of trials and tribulations and then like comes up at the end like stronger and better for it? Y'all like that kind of story? I guess. One Piece.
I'm more of a power friendship kind of guy myself.
Cool.
Not
that is not Berserk.
Naruto.
I'm picking Gambino from Berserk. That is Guts's adoptive dad, where Guts was born from. It's really dark. It's really bad. Guts was born from a woman from a tree. Like still, umbilical cord just hanging around, just crying. And this guy Gambino came up, it's like, oh, hey, baby. Well, maybe I can do something with this baby. So he frees the baby, takes him, he raises the kid to fight, but that's not the only thing he does. He's actually a really, 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 really terrible guy. He realizes after a while, because he's a fighter, he realized after a while that he's got bad luck, and it happened as soon as he picked up Guts. He goes into a fight, he was all proud and brave, and he was teaching Guts how to fight, and then all of a sudden in his war he lost his leg. So now he's upset because he lost his leg. He from then on, which is years and years and years, he beats on this kid who is technically his son by adoption. Sure, well, that's his son. He's beating him up regardless. This is Guts. This is the anime protagonist is gonna, suffering hard times, but he'll make it up in the end. Spoiler alert, he never does. Gambino doesn't stop with just like the abuse of this kid. Okay, he does a lot. From making him fight in wars as a child soldier, which we've covered that before. That's bad, right? We agree that's bad. All right, cool. We do agree that's bad. He then sells him for 3 silver.
That's pretty cheap.
Well, he doesn't like sell him and then like loses him. He sells him in his own troop, his own army. He sells them to all the men in his troop. Every day or every night for years, by the way.
So why didn't he fight back?
Got you. This kid, he it looks like he's just as big as him, but no, he's like this. He's small. He's a child. He's like 5 or 7 in this point. He's a kid. He's a kid, and these grown men are taking advantage of him. Now, let me exhibit B here.
I don't.
You can see that he's telling him, "Hey, look, that guy Donovan. I know you're mad at what he did, but guess what? He paid I got paid. I sold you off so I can make a good buck off you. Little nigga, look at that. Yeah. And he was happy about that. And you know, between Guts being thrown around, but everybody in the troop here, Gambino also got a little taste of that action. Every just about night. I mean, he could fight back, sure, and he may or may not have fought back. I'm not going to tell you because I want to tell you what happens to him, but it's a rough story to get off, and I hate kind of talking about it itself.
They were getting off.
Yeah, apparently they were.
I'm not getting off. Gambino,
They were though.
Gambino got off, and he got paid for getting off. That's fucked up. What?
Yeah, no, I ain't got shit to say on that one.
I mean, it's a terrible thing to do, but he wasn't his real parent anyway. So that's a redheaded stepchild.
But
essentially,
he treated him like the property he found.
Yeah, pretty much slavery at this point. Like, did he call him his adopted father? Like, was that something that he acknowledged, or was he talking about the man who?
He did, because it wasn't like he was terrible at the beginning of everything. He taught him how to fight and how to be fight with him, and so he was proud.
But what I understand is he lost his leg because of Guts. Now, if I lose my leg because of you, and I make my money as a bandit in fighting, and I am no longer capable as a fighter because of you.
But
he didn't lose it because of Guts. He lost it and blamed it on Guts.
You're gonna take it that far?
Me?
I mean,
yeah. That's first of all, Jamal. He lost the leg not because of Guts. Not Guts is fighting. Look out, son! Oh, my leg. No, he just lost it in a fight, and then he blamed kid who did nothing.
I'm not victim blaming. I'm just saying.
That's like that's the meme. That's the bicycle meme. Just why did you do that when he fell over? No, I don't
want to get canceled. Clearly,
please.
T is looking at me as if I'm about to get canceled.
Defend him. Go ahead. This is him about to take them cheeks. By the way.
No, listen. Do you realize that if your person gets picked, you have to defend this person?
I'm not going to defend him. I'm never. But if he does get picked, he gets picked. Whoever who has that liberty is terrible, but I'm going to go against them. That's
you gotta defend.
Them not the rules.
Some new rules that you're making up here.
It's not the rules, my boy.
To defend him, I'm really gonna be the villain. I don't want to, so just don't pick him. Don't pick this terrible father who picked him up, adopted his kid, taught him how to fight and live and survive, only to take advantage of him by putting him in wars as a child soldier, letting him go around, selling him to all his people, everybody, by the way. He had a traveling group. He sold him everywhere. And then got also indulging into his little chocolate starfish. And just any and all other things he did to him. I mean, like this. He beat him also, which is terrible. But, obviously he wasn't really disciplined. He was just beating him.
Wrinkling that he beat him. No. He... Okay.
T, who would you as a father? Because I'm done talking about Gambino. This guy is I don't know why I picked him. I knew he was bad. I just didn't think about it. I don't want to defend him, but who'd you pick? Who's way terrible? Way more terrible than Gambino.
Mine is not gonna seem that. Yeah.
Oh damn.
No lie.
Like. I'm still reeling on the last one. He literally sent assassins to kill his son. Or he put the guy into Gara. He did this to his own son. Okay. He sent assassins to kill his son. Neglected his other two kids. Didn't care about them. Let them get raised.
He
on their
also
own
killed the mom by putting the Jin Cherokee into the son. So by deciding to put it into a son, which is known to never sleep and cause the user of it to not be able to sleep. Gara has never been able to sleep until he was 15 and he died. 15, 16? However old he was in Shippuden, I feel like he was a year older than Naruto.
I think he was a year older.
Don't worry, I'll do my research.
Of course. So he sent assassins to kill his son almost every single night. And one of the assassins was his own brother, who Gaara loved his uncle. That was the only person that really cared.
No, it was his mom's brother.
It was the mom's brother. He made him. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not gonna let you slander this man. I should let you slander him because I don't want to defend Gambino, but
no, go ahead.
You need to be defending these things. I think the most that we are defending here is to actually put them on trial.
I don't want you slandering these good dads.
I don't want to be spending the minutes trying to defend Yujiro Hanma.
I'm not. I don't want to. I think the Sand Elders made him do all this stuff. They wouldn't have made Gaara a weapon. That's it. He didn't want to do it. He didn't like.
Nah, this was his choice. He had an option to explain it. He had a choice to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
He could have said no. He could have picked some other. He picked his own child.
You think Granny Chiha said, "Yeah, that's the one"?
I cried
because she was the one.
I'm not.
They did. Traditionally, the Jinchuriki were always the children of Kage because of the fact that they were either the children or wives of Kage. They were someone close because they wanted to make sure that because a family member was less likely to turn against the Kage of the village versus.
Hey, guess what he had? Guess what he had? 2 other children.
Right. So
it doesn't matter where he chooses because he'd still be a bad dad.
No, but he could have given them the option of the other children and let them know what was happening. But that would have been a conversation versus I'm going to place this in the child, kill the mom, and you'll never know what love is.
Jesus.
You'll never know what the warmth of anyone else's touch is.
Yeah, this guy is terrible. Holy moly.
He's not as bad.
He's a horrible father to his own blood children. Yeah, it's just terrible. I could never. And pretty much
it's the blood that counts.
Fetus, and he was so small. What a terrible, terrible, terrible person. This is your guy. This guy here. This is your guy.
This is your king.
Terrible guy.
Is this your king?
That's why I'm in the hidden cloud. You know what I'm saying?
I really feel like y'all. The rules got flipped at some point here. What happened?
I was just saying that I agree with that point. It's a terrible dad. That's all. I agree. Terrible dad. My second pick probably isn't as probably just as bad as Gambino, so I don't really have. I need to stop watching anime. I'm not doing too good. Y'all make me watch these bad anime. Prepare myself. Like I'm talking about. No.
I'm just still reeling over Gambino because like we were all quiet while you were talking. There's silence afterwards.
I didn't want to talk about Gambino. I should have picked the other guy first.
I mean, none of these are correct. I mean, look, as rough as it is, at least we were correct. And putting him up here, he needs to be stopped. The man's a villain, clearly.
At least the 3 out of the 4 of ours are blood related. Yours technically.
Yours is just some random sadistic dude who picked up a boy in the middle of the woods and
became a father figure.
I was gonna say something more like, yeah, he's definitely blood related now because of.
Damn, my boy, you really went there, huh?
He made him.
Guts ain't have it bad enough.
No, Guts is never gonna have it bad, like as bad. It gets worse as he grows. He doesn't. This is a story about actually never giving up. Never giving up. Never what? Never surrender what?
Nope.
No.
Ujiro's
pretty bad, right? Right, Dwight? Ujiro's pretty bad.
I mean,
No.
I again feel like the rules here got flipped at some point where I didn't realize that we were supposed to be defending our picks in
No,
regards to court.
no, I agree with what you're saying. He's a pretty terrible dad. So bad. Terrible human being.
Not as bad as yours. I mean,
Oh, shoot.
the people, Baki and Jack got violated, but they didn't get violated. So I mean, it's
So listen, in your case, I could jump sides and defend Yujiro, but I don't know shit about Gambino.
You're the
I
only
said
one.
it's all about Gambino. Whoa.
You know everything you need to know about Gambino.
I've watched Guts once. I mean, Berserk once. I can't really tell you I paid too much attention to it. It's probably during the time where I was smoking a lot of weed and watching a lot of anime all at one time.
Probably the best choice
That's
you ever made.
Wednesday.
So Mikey, that's your client.
I really don't want to defend him. He's really, really bad. He's really bad.
Well, time to decide who makes it to round 2. Here we go. Will it be Vince Smoke Judge? Whatever this nigga is from the Fan Village.
Terrible dude, bro.
Or just 11 Dad.
Dude, just no.
Considering, to be fair, the Yujiro seems downright cuddly next to some of the people y'all put up here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and continue my business over here.
He do look. Put it back up. Put it back up. I want to show you right where he's cuddly at. See that little white mark? It's like right underneath that little triangle. Right there. Right there, cuddly. Right there.
You know what?
Let's see.
I heard he gives great hugs.
Don't change.
I
Yeah.
heard he gives great hugs.
You always claim you want your back broke.
He definitely blew her back out.
Just like Gambino.
No, he blew his back out.
I just had to have you say that. Well then.
Him and everybody else
getting out of here unscathed today, maybe. maybe.
Oh yeah, so you said Yujiro is terrible, making it to round 2. Yujiro and
that's how y'all feel. No, that's fine.
What's his name? Rasa? Yeah, Rasa. Yujiro and Rasa.
We're just gonna leave the child soldiers off the list because he definitely has an empire of clones and child soldiers.
For real. If we're gonna put the vagaries of cloning into the table, then Vince Smoke Judge definitely needs to be brought up on the same charges. Just putting that out here.
All right.
And Raza, he got forgiven in the end.
Technically, and please don't. I don't want to think about it too hard, but technically, aren't everybody in like Naruto aren't they all child soldiers? Like
every single one of them.
Okay, so my guy's out.
I was letting you know. I'm just saying.
So I mean, making Gambino not even that difficult. And honestly, Yujiro just wanted to run hands with his own son. He didn't want him to take on the rest of the world. He just wanted him to be strong enough to run hands with him.
Yes, he's terrible. What a terrible guy.
I suppose that's why I started getting my kids on Pokemon. So yeah, I guess that makes sense to a certain degree.
Yeah, I've always wanted to take my kids to paintball gun. I don't want anybody else to shoot my kids, but I'd light all their asses up. 4 of them can go on one side against 2 of us.
That make you a terrible?
No, that make him a fun dad because it doesn't say he's gonna hurt them with it. They would get hit in the plate.
There's levels to it, though. Exactly.
Yeah,
there's
I never said I'd shoot them in their face.
Yeah. What were you thinking, Mikey? God. I don't know why you picked who you picked. Yeah, you sit with that.
You got to live with that one. So, who's going on to round 2?
Rasa
Oh,
and Yujiro.
oh boy, gotta go. He gotta
You
go.
want to vote it? You want to vote
So
it?
let's vote. My vote would be I'm going Judge, and I'm somewhere between. Nah, I'm gonna just give it to Rasa
Yes.
because what homie did was terrible.
Yes.
What he did, this nigga was unforgivable. You did some fucked up shit, and he did some real fuck shit. And I'd love to see that nigga take his date. Nah. There's more than psychological warfare.
I mean,
What he
yeah.
did to his son was terrible, and that nigga deserved to be in court. Mikey, who's your picks for?
You already know.
I'll be fair and just believe that you guys have a heart. And I would definitely say Yujiro. They can see you. I would definitely say Yujiro and probably Gambino. Gambino's pretty bad.
All right. So far, we got one for Judge, one for Rasa, one for Gambino, one for Yujiro.
Damn.
Right. So whatever y'all pick is the decider. We already out. See.
It's Gambino and Raza. I mean,
Ooh.
it's Gambino and Raza for me. They both out of line. Judge at least did all of his kids the same. Raza, he picked one kid, and one kid in particular, and said, "I hope nothing good happens to you. I hope all the bad things in the world happen to you, only you, and nobody else." And then with Gambino, I'm just hearing three. I just heard 3 silver, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this man deserves to be under hell, like flat out.
He's an entrepreneur.
So,
yeah, his money. It's a business, you know.
All right, and now we leave it up to our resident agent of chaos. Did we leave her with a drum roll? Did we just let her go? I got a stupid drum roll left over from Brittany.
Just say Raza. That was like when I make a terrible joke.
Nope, it's still going.
Gambino.
God damn it.
And Yorichi.
Yorichi?
Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm high. Him.
Yujiro.
That. Listen, I've never seen Berserk, and you breaking that down, it was like on my list.
How many drum rolls do you have?
Exactly.
It's the same drum roll.
Is it Luke?
I don't know why that drum roll is so long.
So it's basically 3, 2, 2, 1.
Who's 3?
So, that would be your boy, Gambino. He's the villain here.
You gave the vote. I gave the vote. Dwight gave the vote. So these are our top 3.
Ooh. So I say.
So next week on Dragon Ball Z, we go ahead.
Take it to next 3.
We'll have out of those 3.
Out of those 3. And then maybe, just maybe, I'll enter one more in to even it out and see who goes on to win the finals. So tune in next week. Let us know what y'all feel, how y'all liked it, how our little tournament episode went. Just a mini tournament. Just a.
It went dark.
It did.
I mean,
it went dark. Gambino got brought up and it got dark.
You asked for the.
But like,
it did get dark.
To be fair,
so dark.
You should have just like somebody else.
We need baby. We need something. We need something to light.
Let.
You want the drum roll back?
Okay.
All right, we can leave on a joke thing. You want to leave on a joke?
I wouldn't make that joke.
What in the blue hell?
That's Michael V. Jordan getting broken up with by the number 3 hero, Best Genius.
That is Best Genius. That is the look. Lord.
Lori Harvey is Best Genius.
Damn.
She beat that nigga at his own game. She said, "Oh, you like anime? Nigga, I'm gonna show you anime. I'm a cosplay as Best Genius." Speaking of which, My Hero Academia is back. Have y'all seen any good animes recently? Since we're not trying to leave this on a bad note.
No.
I was watching. I'm doing the One Piece rewatch with my kids, but I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching Kaiju number 8 as it comes out. I'm a little annoyed by it because I don't want to be caught up.
It's good, isn't it? Right?
I want to but
Kafka won you over.
Yeah, no. Kafka won me over. That old, I identify too much with that old man. I don't appreciate it.
Because it's a different anime. Because he's 30.
I'm still in anime. Let's go. I'm still the protagonist.
Yeah. Now's your chance to shine. And like, I love the fact that it's different because he's not just some like 16-year-old ready to save the world. No, you an old man that kept failing at your dreams, and you're like, all right, this is my last chance. And then some shit happens, and then you're just like rolling through the punches. Fucking love that one. I recently discovered Go Go Loser Ranger on Hulu. It's amazing. Like, it's essentially Power Rangers, but instead of the Power Rangers being the good guys, they're the assholes who stop the putties. And the putties are immortal and they can shapeshift. So like they came to Earth to try to invade it. They got stomped out in a year. And then they were like, all right. And now every Sunday we're going to put on a show and you guys are going to lose to make all the people love us. So now we're going to put on this big charade and, you know, we're going to get rich and famous from it. But there are no actual monsters. So like they pretend to be monsters and now the like putties are sick of it. So they're like, nah, bro, we had enough of this. We've been doing this for 13 years. So it's really crazy. Like it's different because it's from their point of view and they're trying to take down the like evil Power Rangers. Solid.
Sounds fun.
Okay. I ain't got jack shit.
Mikey, what you been watching?
Watch this.
Well, it's not that, but Konosuba, the third season, I believe. It's just as funny as they left it, if not more. That is how you get a laugh. And I'm sure you guys haven't seen Konosuba. Your faces all tell me that you haven't.
So I've heard of it, and I'm aware that its third season came out. I just haven't seen it.
Dwight, you're the last.
I know. I disappoint you every time.
Dwight, just say you've seen it, please. Just don't break my heart, like legit. Just because I can't take any more. The Gambino pick already messed me up. I just need you to say yeah.
I mean,
I cannot tell a lie.
I'm hurt.
I cannot tell a lie. I've not even caught the first season, so no, I'm way behind. Like I'm getting. It's just it was a period of time this past year where there was not a lot of anime that I got to get to that I wanted to get to. Like for example, I literally just got caught up on JJK maybe like a week and a half ago. Like, God, give me a second. I'm catching up on the stuff that
well, no, JoJo on Fraud Watch. I mean, Gojo's on Fraud Watch. All right.
JoJo is allowed to be on Fraud Watch because shenanigans, and unfortunately, I'm hip to stuff in the manga. So yeah, I'm also aware he on Fraud Watch.
Shenanigans.
If you need a laugh or two, or just like to lose your just lungs from air, just the laughing. Give Konosuba a watch. It's like actually just incredibly hilarious. Like it's ridiculously funny for what it is. That's better than Blerd.
I mean,
that's how I like equal it out.
I'm still gonna have to sit down and watch Berserk. The only reason I haven't actually gone through and hit that one yet is because the mangaka died, and I don't want that hole to be there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If it makes
I worry every time about Ichiro Oda. I need that man not to die before I get to the end.
If it makes you feel any better,
please give me the end of the movie before you buy the farm. Please, all you got to do, you can retire after this. I don't want nothing else from you. Give me the end of one.
Nothing. Leave that TV show alone until I get to the end of the manga. I can feel it coming. I see it, the ending is near. Just get to the end. Just get to the fucking end. That's all I can ask for.
Or just give the ending to somebody and have a trusted person to continue as your successor, like every other.
I mean, there are people who know the ending of One Piece. I just need a satisfying ending.
Actually, know what?
I can't get a cop out of me with One Piece. I need a satisfying ending. Don't do me like that. Yeah. My daughter was sitting over here joking one day, like, what if Eiichiro Oda makes the ending of One Piece to where, like, it's the ending is in a book someplace in the library. You can all have it. You just have to find it. I left it all in One Piece or some nonsense like that. I'm like, why are you?
Why is she like this?
I love that.
Because that's what trying not to put assholes into the world, and I'm only middling at it.
You're a good dad. You're a good dad.
You are a good dad. Better than the dads on our list. And on that note, we're gonna leave it on that. You can find me at Blerd X Traphouse on Instagram. TikTok coming soon. I be lazy and I hate TikTok. You could also find me on UNAB Network. Mikey, where can they find the bad guy?
As soon as I hit the actual go live button on Twitch, Fluke the Villain. Maybe if I actually, put any photos up of any sort of setup or any streaming schedule, Instagram at Fluke the Villain. Maybe even get a shout out or a couple tweets at once again Fluke the Villain. I know there's not really much else to find me at unless you search up Fluke the Villain, but you'll find me there.
Yeah, at Fluke the Villain. All right, Miss Tioni, where can they find you?
You can find me here on my Twitter and here on my Instagram and Snapchat. You just got to put the dot and the T together. Yeah, that's where you find me, and that is all I got.
You were playing backwards, by the way. You meant the point.
And you can find this very nice man from Ohio who looks uncomfortable every time we get to this.
Every time, but it's fine. I'm here most weekends, so
you can find him here. You can find him at BlerdCon. He's around. He'll be there. If by chance he is your favorite and you want an autograph from him, it'd make him smile so hard, and he'd be like, "Me, you want my autograph?"
I'd like to give out some autographs.
Hey, I will say that we've had people walk up to us after our last panel and said this was the best panel of their weekend, and we've heard this is the best panel that they've ever been to. So, we got high expectations to live up to, but we're going to kill it at BlerdCon, and Miss Tioni is going to kill it at DreamCon. So if you out there, see her out there. We applied for a panel at Anime NYC. We have reached past the deadline. I have not heard an email back, but hopefully you see us out there. And until next time, you'll see us on the next stream of Anime Court coming soon.